Hope to God them valves have held back. Right, so this first one we've been called out to is a no heating fault. They've got hot water but no central heating. Weird type of system. I'm sure it's called a thermal store, so it'll be a great video for your inexperienced plumbers or plumbers that just haven't seen this type of system before. Basically, there's two central heating pumps on a heat only boiler, and I'll get inside and show you what's what and my interpretation of how they work. Let me know in the comments if I got that name wrong as well. So yeah, you've got a cylinder here. This has pressurized hot water, so the cold mains comes into the bottom there. You've got a blending valve here, the hot comes out there, and obviously it gets blended down to the hot outlets of the taps. This tank at the top here is to fill the lower tank, and that is full of central heating water. So you've got a coil that separates the two, cold in, hot out. And underneath here you have got two pumps. Let's get a torch so we can see. Not eating enough carrots. So you've got a pump there on the right hand side and a pump on the left. So that pump on the left drags the heat from the boiler to warm up the water in the tank, and that pump on the right takes water from the tank when you request for the radiators to get warm. It pulls water from the tank around the radiator circuit and then back to the tank. I hope that makes bloody sense, because it doesn't to me right at this moment in time. And that pump there is the one that isn't working. I've got an error code on it, but first I'm going to check there's definitely power. This is a non-contact voltage tester, TPI and a multimeter. As you can see, there's no power on that one, but we've got power on the central heating. And there is our fault code. Handy it's upside down. We'll get that sorted out, I think. Sometimes you can free them off by resetting them, pressing and holding the button for 3 seconds, or you can stab a screwdriver in and give it a thump and turn at the same time, and hopefully it'll free it off. But I find with these ERP pumps, this only worked 1 in 10 times. Well, that ain't freeing off, so I'm gonna have to take the head off. For fuck's sake. These valves look new, so it shouldn't be too difficult. So you've obviously got 4 Allen keys to take the head off. Then we should be able to free up the propeller. Is it propeller? Impeller? You'll see what I mean in a second. Free that off by your hand, which should be dead easy. And then basically put it back together again. Hope to God them valves have held back. Yes. Silicone grease up that rubber O-ring now and put it back together and hope for the best. Turn the pump the right way around as well, because that was annoying. Oh, I can't see. I can't see. Oh, beautiful. With a bit of luck, this is going to start working. Can hear movement in the radiators. After you've opened up gate valves or pump valves like this, open them up full and then quarter turn back just to stop them from sticking open. No, wrong one. Oh my god, that's lovely. Yes, we have success. Customer now essentially eating, which is a godsend in these really low temperature days we are having, especially nights. So yeah, simple fix. Them pumps weren't so old. The energy efficient ERP pumps like that, it takes the littlest thing and it will stop. They're just not strong enough in my opinion. An old Grundfos 1560 traditional standard efficiency pump don't get stuck half as often as these energy efficient ones, but it's the way the world's going, isn't it? So this next job's rather unusual. Well, the first bit isn't. Don't want to replace this toilet seat because it's all sun damaged. Well, I'm not replacing it, I'm just taking it off for them because I don't know how to do it. By the looks of it, it's going to be pull them 2 pins out and that should then slide forward, I think. But the most unusual thing is, they say every so often when they flush the toilet, they're getting, when the water's finished emptying, they're getting like black lines, black staining marks down the bowl of the pan. Oh yeah, Dan's got it to us now. So that's either going to be, in my experience, the flush valve washer is deteriorating, that dog's driving me insane, or the flush cone itself has deteriorated and it's the rubber marks leaving the stains. But he reckons it only does it when it's raining. That don't make any sort of sense. The dog. Oh, it's gonna do my tits in. Come on, it's getting onto the bloody things. Yeah, that's all it's gonna be, I think. And then these should slide off. Oh. Belting. Ugh, they're minging toilet seats. Ugh. Whilst you're here, can you just... One seat removed and cleaned. Let's see if we can get my little steel ruler behind this. Oh. There we go. That's unusual, the fill valve being on the front. So it's a Viva flush valve, and I don't know what make the fill valve is. There's an isolation valve tucked down there that I might be able to get on. I need to take that fill valve out really. Flush valve out, see what state the washer's in. Which is just going to be a twist, hopefully. Right, so I've twisted it, unlocked it. Obviously I've not turned the water off, so that's just going to have to flush through like that. You presume that if it was going to leave black marks, it's going to be now. Could be the rubbish inside the bottom of the system, could be full of debris, but I don't know how that would get in there other than line scale. Let's take this off and have a look underneath it. It's not even a black washer, so I don't know why that would leave black stains. There's nothing up with that, I would have said. So I don't know what the problem's going to be here. I couldn't see what was actually in that, so now I'm going to have to do the same again with my phone and try and watch it back. See how dirty it is at the bottom of there. It's all back together. I'm going to clean off bit of line scale under there and just tell them to see how it goes. There's not a lot else I can do with that one. So this boiler I serviced only a couple of weeks ago, and after half an hour of the heating being running now, it's making a horrendous noise. It sounds very much similar to an Ideal Logic. I'll see if I can try and get it to make that noise, but I'm just flicking the analyzer on. I'm just going to double check our minimum minimum readings, because obviously after half an hour of the heating being on, it'll be looking to modulate down and the gas valve will go to minimum. So I want to check that that is within tolerance first. Alright, so let's see what happens. He reckoned it was at 51 degrees, jumped up to 61 and then 67, all in the space of a few seconds. I have got a video of what he sent to me, which I'll upload to this clip if I can't make it do it myself. I mean, so far that is looking spot on. We want 8.4 plus or minus 0.2. Let's try it in maximum. That's our maximum. It's perfectly fine. Let's just see what the air is reading. There's nothing up with that either. That's on the increase. Just about starting to make the noise now. Don't understand yet. I have got a new gas valve in the van just in case, but I carry that as van stock. But what I might try and do is reset the gas valve on minimum setting. I don't know what it is just yet. Not done anything yet, but put it back into minimum mode. We'll look at the state of them readings. It's coming back down now, thank God. I'm going to try and throttle it down to like 8.3, 8.2. They're still quite high then for a minimum. 130 parts per million is very high. I have to whip the heat exchanger door off and see what condition that's in on the inside. Check the track seal. Common fault on the backseat, flue seal, turret seal. It looks like it's well cemented in. Right, so I've managed to drop it back down. Let's put it in maximum, see if we can get it to make the noise again. Let's check that reading as well now. I've adjusted the minimum. It's locked out. Mint. When they overheat these backs, if you pull the diverter head off and open a hot tap, it'll clear its heat down there instead. That's not looking too healthy under there either. What the hell? Needs a new cartridge in that. Take two. Right, so maximum was alright. That's our minimum now. Not been able to make that noise yet, so I don't know whether the gas valve was just slightly out on minimum. Strange one, that. Strange. So obviously, when it was in minimum mode, the parts per million would go sky high. Although it was saying 8.5 to begin with when I first started, I thought I'm going to drop that, adjust that minimum setting down again to like 8.2 and just see what happens. And I tried it and tried it and tried it. Kept putting max, minimum, even just turned the heating on its own without having it in service mode, and it seemed to be playing ball. It was modulated down. Yeah. The reason why I didn't want to strip it down and take the front heat exchanger door off and blast out the heat exchanger and stuff is because I'd done that not the week before when I serviced it, a year before. So I did that last year. Not having it was going to be anything to do with that. Still could have been the tractor seal, maybe, but then would have shown parts per million in the air, on the air side. I'm baffled with that. I'm baffled. Ultimately, as I've said to the customer, you're gonna have to see how it goes, because I can't get it to do it again. I got it to do it once. I adjusted the gas valve, explained the situation about it being 8.5, dropped it to 8.2. Probably baffled him a little bit, but I'm hoping that was it. And it was the when I serviced, I don't know. I'm normally a Baxi fan, but that one's giving me an headache. Let me know in the comments what you think.